they're not growing by accident. While many religious groups struggle to maintain their numbers, one organization has quietly perfected a formula that's producing record-breaking results. In the past year alone, they added more converts than at any point in a quarter century. What's their secret? Stay with me, because what you're about to discover might surprise you. Peace be with you. Welcome to Solvanae, where we explore the deeper currents shaping faith and society today. I'm your host, and today we're examining something remarkable: the growth mechanisms of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, commonly known as the Mormon Church. Recent reports indicate they experienced their highest number of converts in 25 years, with increased membership growth across every global region. But this isn't happening by chance. Behind these numbers lies a sophisticated, multi-layered approach that combines ancient principles with modern efficiency. Before we begin, I ask you to subscribe to Solvanae and join our community of thoughtful explorers. And as we journey through this topic together, I encourage you to share your perspective in the comments. Your voice matters here. Now, let's pull back the curtain on 5 tactics you probably didn't expect. The human engine. Let us start with what most people know but rarely understand the full scope of. The Mormon Church maintains over 74,000 full-time missionaries worldwide, most of them young people in their late teens and early 20s. But here's what makes this different from other missionary efforts. It's not just about spreading a message, it's about transformation. Think about this. Young men typically serve for 2 years, young women for 18 months. During this time, they're completely immersed. They live together, work together, and are trained in systematic teaching methods. Many learn entirely new languages at missionary training centers. The hidden strategy. What's the real genius here? These missionaries aren't just converting others, they're being converted themselves. By the time a young person returns from 2 years of full-time service, they've invested so deeply in the faith that leaving becomes psychologically difficult. They've sacrificed relationships, education, and personal freedom. That investment creates commitment. And here's the twist. Missionaries typically finance their own missions or receive assistance from family and church members. When you pay for your own transformation, you're far more likely to value it. Have you ever committed deeply to something? A cause, a belief, an organization? How did that level of investment change your relationship to it? Tell me in the comments. The missionary program isn't just creating converts abroad. It's creating lifelong, deeply committed members at home. Building from youth. Now here's where it gets really interesting. While the missionaries are working abroad, back home the church has constructed something unprecedented. A complete parallel education system. For the 2023-24 school year, seminary enrollment reached all-time highs. Over 427,000 teenage students and 384,000 institute students. Let that sink in. Nearly 500,000 teenagers and another 384,000 young adults receiving daily religious education alongside their secular studies. The 3-tier system. In areas with large Mormon populations, students attend release-time classes during school hours in church-owned buildings near public schools, taught by full-time employed instructors. Where Mormon populations are smaller, students attend early morning classes before school, taught by volunteers. Over 4 years, students study the Old Testament, New Testament, Book of Mormon, and Doctrine and Covenants in a rotating curriculum. By graduation, they've completed an intensive study of all their scriptural texts. But here's the unexpected part. This isn't just religious education. It's community building, identity formation, and peer bonding all wrapped into one. When teenagers wake up at 5 in the morning to attend seminary with their friends, they're not just learning doctrine, they're forming the social bonds that will keep them in the faith for life. The retention machine church leaders have noted record participation rates, with seminary enrollment reaching all-time highs. When someone says, people are losing their faith, the data tells a different story, at least within this system. Think about the psychology here. From age 14 to 18, during the most formative years of identity development, Mormon youth are receiving daily religious instruction. Then they serve missions, then they attend institute programs at universities. By the time someone reaches their mid-20s, they've been immersed in continuous religious education for over a decade. What do you think about this approach? Is it brilliant community building or something else? Share your thoughts below. Every member a minister. Here's a statistic that will surprise you. The average committed Mormon spends 430 hours per year in church and community service. That's 8.2 hours per week, 6 to 8 times more than the average American volunteer. But how is this possible? The answer lies in a radical organizational principle. The Mormon Church utilizes a lay clergy, with the bishop serving unpaid for 5 or more years while continuing to work at his profession. The calling system. Here's where it gets fascinating. Nearly 86% of surveyed Mormons reported having a church calling at the time of the survey. A calling is a specific responsibility assigned by church leadership. You might be asked to teach a class, organize activities, maintain buildings, or coordinate community service. When you're called, you're expected to serve. And when your calling ends, you receive another one. The cycle continues throughout your adult life. The network effect. What's the result? Research shows that an average Mormon provides a social contribution equivalent to $9,140 annually through volunteering. But more importantly, this creates intense social networks. When everyone is serving each other, when everyone has responsibilities in the system, leaving means abandoning not just a belief, but an entire community that depends on you. According to Points of Light's former faith-based volunteering coordinator, it was anecdotally completely true across the country that the LDS Church always shows up. They are absolutely there more than anyone else. Think about it. If you're teaching Sunday school, organizing youth activities, and helping families in need, you're not just a member. You're an essential part of the machinery. The church needs you, and humans have a deep psychological need to be needed, beyond the obvious. Now here's a tactic that seems purely altruistic, but serves a powerful secondary function: genealogy. FamilySearch is operated by the Mormon Church and maintains over 1.5 billion people in its collaborative online family tree and 18 billion searchable historical records and images. It's completely free. Anyone, regardless of faith, can access these resources. The theological foundation. Why would the church invest so heavily in this? In Mormon theology, baptisms can be performed for the deceased, and these proxy baptisms are believed to allow deceased individuals to accept or reject the faith in the afterlife. To perform these ordinances, they need names, lots of names. Since 1894, the church has sent representatives around the world to collect records from churches, governments, and libraries. They've become masters of data storage and digitization, the hidden brilliance. But here's the unexpected strategic advantage. By providing this free service to millions of people worldwide, they've positioned themselves as helpful, as generous, as contributors to the global good. FamilySearch has organized an annual technology conference called Roots Tech, which has become the world's largest family history and technology conference. When someone discovers their ancestors through Mormon resources, uses Mormon technology, attends Mormon-organized conferences, all for free, their perception shifts. The church is no longer that unusual American religion. It's the organization that helped them connect with their grandmother's story in Italy, or trace their lineage back 5 generations. Perception shapes everything. And few strategies shape perception quite like genuine helpfulness at scale. Have you used FamilySearch or similar genealogy tools? What was your experience? Let me know in the comments. Service as strategy. The final tactic might be the most profound: massive, visible humanitarian work. In 2024 alone, the church spent $145 billion on humanitarian expenditures. They're engaged in more humanitarian projects than at any point in their history. Since the Mormon Helping Hands program was established in 1998, hundreds of thousands of volunteers have donated millions of hours of service to communities worldwide. The yellow shirt effect. These volunteers are recognizable by their trademark yellow shirts, helping people affected by natural disasters and partnering with government and non-profit organizations. When hurricanes hit, when floods devastate communities, when disasters strike, The Mormon volunteers arrive in their yellow shirts beyond conversion. Here's what makes this different. This isn't about conversion, it's about reputation. When your neighbors see Mormons showing up after every disaster, cleaning debris, distributing supplies, rebuilding homes, it becomes harder to maintain negative stereotypes. And internally, this service reinforces identity. When you've spent weekends cleaning up after hurricanes, when you've contributed financially to disaster relief, when you've physically embodied your faith through service, you're not just believing something, you're living it. So there you have it. 5 tactics powering one of the world's most successful religious growth stories. Transformative missionary service that creates committed members, a comprehensive education pipeline that builds identity, a volunteer system that weaves social fabric, free genealogy services that shape global perception, and humanitarian work that builds reputation and purpose. Recent data shows that from June 2024 through May 2025, convert baptisms reached the highest level of any 12-month period in the Church's 195-year history. Every region saw at least 20% growth in conversions. These aren't accidental results. They're the outcome of systems built over generations, refined through experience, and executed with remarkable consistency. Now, I leave you with this reflection. Regardless of what we believe about any particular faith tradition, there's wisdom in understanding how communities successfully pass on their values, maintain commitment, and serve the broader good. Perhaps there are principles here that apply beyond any single tradition. What's your perspective? Have these insights changed how you understand religious growth? Do you see similar patterns in other movements or organizations? Your thoughtful comments enrich our community, so please share your reflections below. And if this video has expanded your understanding, please subscribe to Solvanae. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss our future explorations of faith, society, and the human journey. Until next time, may you walk in wisdom and peace.